Hello, folks. This is more Fez footage, part 2. Yeah, there's a big no-no right there. I don't know what it is on the HK server, but on the US server, if you sat at a crystal, it actually does more damage to the crystal, healing it by it. So you never want to heal the crystal unless it's a field crystal. In fact, this video consists of a lot of no-nos and don't-dos. So this is basically kind of a builder's tutorial of what not to do if you are a Fez player, or just coming new to the HK server or whatever. But what I'm going to go is go to that crystal at A8 to expand back there. The HKs, again, they like to sit there and mob up on the main crystal, which is a no-no. You never want to do that. No. No, 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 no. Never, never, never. And then there's a scatter about like little lemmings. As you can see here, the enemy has already gotten to B4. They're beginning the raid. The front line's beginning to happen. Looks like somebody else had the same idea I did, so that's good. Also, main rule number 1 is buildings do more damage over kills. Kills matter diddly squat. Also, more territory matters versus summons and stuff. But anyway, since we have a miner here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass crystals to him. General main guideline is you pass 3 crystals to the person who is sitting there. Why 3 is because you get the first 3 crystals faster than if you do just a whole bunch of crystals at once. Basically, it's 3 speeds. You gain crystals faster from 1 to 5, depending upon your level. Like around level 35 or so is when you get 5 crystals faster. And then you also notice I'll get crystals slower and slower and slower for each crystal I get. Like beyond 7 or something like that, yeah. So just watch the crystals as I'm going. But like I said, it's just a lot quicker just get your 3 pass, get another 3 pass, get another 3 pass. Also what he typed was -1, which means that he needed 1 more crystal, but he already mined it, so he went off to build his ob. But I'm gonna sit here anyway, just in case somebody else comes. And I'll fill in the back here. Looks like somebody else already came. So okay, as you notice here from the battle, you notice how there's 2 big bars and then there's these 2 small bars in between that have like a little statue or a little kind of like a rook figure to it. The little things with the little rook symbols means total territory. The higher territory you have, the more damage you do. Of course, you can deal damage by killing people, killing summons, yada yada. But this is your main damage. So your main idea is to get as much territory as you can early, and then kind of back off a bit as you go on later. He wants to party, but unfortunately he speaks Chinese, sort of. He doesn't understand a lot of English, apparently, so. But basically, same thing as before. I figured he's gonna pass to me or whatever. I guess he was expecting me to give him crystals. So what I'm gonna do is just give him my crystals and go do whatever he needs to do. I'll let them sort it out. Now, as you notice, there's no ATs up, but the other team has already began putting ATs up on the D4 line. Again, they've already had a good start. I ask him, do you want to build ATs at E6? Because, well, that's going to be the second frontline location. You'll see what I mean later on. Of course, I keep passing into him. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and fill up the back. Looks like nothing wrong with that. Basically, it goes by percentage. So the more you fill in, the better. So it's okay to have like a junk ob that only does like a little area. It's fine. You just want to make sure your little bar is bigger than their little bar. And then you can do stuff like at what is that, D8? Yeah, you can do stuff like that, and you notice how it clips off to the other end of the wall over there. You can put an eclipse there and start expanding that way too, and you get a little bit of early high territory damage. So outside of the main lines, the building has been pretty even, but I think that the red team will obviously have the advantage here because of how slowly we're building. As builders win wars, fighters don't. And you'll notice all of a sudden, when I asked about that front line at E6, you notice all of a sudden there's fighting there. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about before, about the ATs. See, I'm trying to pass him crystals so he can build some ATs, but unfortunately, I think he goes all the way back to the keep for some reason. I have no idea why, but he does. Again, irritation, but what can he do? Yeah, see, he's shooting off to the keep. It would have been a lot better if he put ATs up, but oh well. What can you do there? But as you can tell, we are losing a battle at E6. So I asked him, what is he doing? Is he getting a wraith or something? I mean, it makes no sense where he's going, but yeah. And they're already pushing into our territory, so might as well get some crystals up for another ob to replace whatever obs we lost. And now they're finally beginning to build ATs up at the line where they should have done that a long time ago. See, all they would have had to do, all the red team would have had to do was just put an eclipse up there at D4, and blue would have lost completely. Like I said, building win wars. There's somebody sapping at D9, yeah, D8. I'm gonna get 3 more just in case they somehow be able to manage it and get them off. But if not, well, I can at least replace the ob. Also looks like they're expanding down there to E8, which is good. But wouldn't have done 2 obs there, but yeah, well. Yep. Well, looks like they pushed the enemy line has pushed themselves right up against that wall. I might be able to get into the battle here since I'm a Bowie, but they're too far away from my range. They'll yellow circle means that they're too far out. It turns red if they're in range. Unfortunately, they're just a little bit too far, so I've got to see what I can do about that ob. I just destroyed it, so I was going to run down here and build another ob since the guy jumped down. But unfortunately, they destroyed that ob too, so I got stuck. Yeah, I kept building anything. And I actually spent wasting some time trying to figure out how I'm going to get this ob on this cliff face because it's like really restrictive. You can't get the angle just right. How you position your camera depends on how you build your object. Like it's kind of like a weird reference point. If anybody's actually curious about that, I can show it off in some video. No, just barely out of range. Come on, a little more. There we go. Now they're in range. But it looks like our front line's about to die. See if I had an oil scout there, that would be really fun. Yeah, see, that's where I'm trying to build that ob there. So it looks like we just have to wait for the front lines to catch up. Unfortunately, due to them killing our obs down there at the south, they've gained the lead, and unfortunately, while it looks like we're pushing ahead, we're still going to lose. Because as you notice, there's two more obs there at what is that? Yeah, that D2 area. Unfortunately, that's going to bite us in the butt later on. It's too late into the game to get that early damage. So I think now would be a good time to build a war workshop. Or well, I had planned to, but then there's the eclipse right there. So, and looks like their front line's about to push again. You also move a little bit quicker if you have your daggers out, so that's why I switched. Sorry I didn't give you a good view of the battle up ahead, but eh. As you can tell, we lost horribly. We're kind of holding there, but we're not really doing that well. But at least we're getting our ATs up. See if we can finish off this other eclipse before the enemy lines do another push on us. Doesn't look like it though. Aw, sidestepped right in time. Well, that stinks. And here we go with the HK mentality. Look, I'm already running back, and everybody and their brother starts chasing me again. But I'm just a speed bump. Nothing I can do there. Other than slow them down a little. But yeah, I think now it's definitely a good time to get the war workshop going. And it looks like they're building another set of obs at B2 again for no apparent reason. Again, I don't understand why they're doing this. This is way too late in the game to be overexpanding. Yeah, it looks like the main crystal is near dead, so I'm asking a war workshop. See, what would be smart here to salvage the situation would be putting war workshop at this crystal. You can at least have that line of cliff face to walk as a giant and clear out the eclipses and whatnot from the right side to get something going. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen. No. And that is one of the big no-nos. See, as you can tell, somebody had put up a war workshop at E2. I thought that was the Gate of Hades, but it wasn't. Gate of Hades is what summons the race, by the way. But unfortunately, it looks like they put it up at E4, which is the main crystal, and you never put a war workshop in the main crystal. That is one of the other big no-nos in this battle, or any battle, because the main crystal is used for wraiths and knights. You're gonna run out of crystals. You can't, and there's no other crystals nearby. There's no point whatsoever to have a war workshop at the main crystal. None. See, I was going to build it here, but then I go check on it. Oop, it's taken, and we can't make an offense with it, as you can tell. Yeah, never mind it. Can't do anything. I mean, like I said, that is the stupidest place to put a war workshop. It's too close to the front lines in a place that is too. I mean, it's just you're not going to do anything there with it. You want to have a World Workshop that's kind of frontline-ish, but yet at the same time nowhere near the main fighting, so you can sneak a giant rush down in there and do some damage, or put it to an obscure forward location. Because you can rebuild a War Workshop. There's no sense having it that at a main crystal. You want it out in the field. And unfortunately, this is what costs the battle, because, like I said, the whole east side here was open. If you would have been able to have a giant or something, you could have been able to push it, but you can't, because it's on the west side. There are all the front lines and all the mess, way beyond anything that a giant can attack. However, there's another misunderstood purpose for giants that people quite often forget, and that is people are greedy for PC damage. So what you can do is you can summon a couple giants and just push a front line, and it'll give your frontline guys the opportunity to take out some mobs, even if you can't, because everybody's going to be focused on you. See, now they're pushing on the right side now, so it's too late for the giant. And it's already near the end of the battle, so they might as well just charge forward. See, it looks like I have a giant ahead of me already. Unfortunately, I don't have this ranged right. See, it looked like I had it aimed on the AT, but I don't, and that really stinks. See, that should have been hitting the AT, but it's not. It's like I just barely missed it, like by 1 or 2 squares or something. Oh no, I see. I was aimed on that rock. But yeah, as you can tell, see, there's nothing I can do here. Even if I took out these ATs, there's nothing you can do. So I'll just do what damage I can and go from there. Yep, now time to go to tanker mode. See, they're too far from where I can attack with a giant. So the only other option is I can push the front line, because they're all weak. They're all going to chase after me. You can use your giant stomp here to knock people down, let your guys come up. As you can see now, just because I'm pushing up, everybody's all focused on me, I can just keep going. People are too greedy for that PC damage. So that's all I gotta do. I'm power broken, so I can't attack, so I just keep going forward. As you notice, as I keep pushing forward, our front line keeps gaining, because the whole entire front line is trying to kill me versus trying to stop them. And unfortunately, I clicked the button, but it was just 2 seconds too soon. Too late, I mean. But yeah, see, like, just because of me doing that, we gained at least 4 or 5 squares. But unfortunately, we lost the battle regardless, so. So yeah, as you can tell here, buildings actually was a factor on why one team lost and why the other team won. But anyway, that's the end of this video, and I'll have one more video for you for the set, and I'll see you then. Later.